It's a snapshot in time of the mental health toll the pandemic is taking on our teachers. A dozen community organizations make up the New Orleans Trauma-Informed Schools Learning Collaborative, and they asked Orleans Parish public school teachers how they were doing. That survey was in May 2020 and then again in May 2021. More than a third had depression, more than a third anxiety, and nearly a fifth felt post-traumatic stress disorder.
We were seeing rates that were comparable to what we would see of kind of nurses or medical professionals in the COVID wards.
Some of the challenges of teaching during the pandemic were watching the learning loss in students, hybrid instruction, remote instruction, feeling like they had less of an impact on families.
So much of what happens in schools happens in these, moments in the hallway, moments at the end of class, and moments when you're standing by a kid's desk. Like, all of those things were gone.
Project director Teddy McGlynn Wright says teachers are being asked to do more than they were trained for or have the resources for, and so were the schools.
Yes, they are the places where kids are going to learn, but they're also places of childcare. They also became food distribution centers. They're also now testing centers and vaccination centers, and on and on and on.
The survey found the mental health stressors at work the same for Black and white educators, but more Black educators also felt the impact at home. Is the reason for that because at the time we saw a much higher rate of death and severe illness in the African American community?
Exactly, right. So because the African American community has been hit so much harder here.
He is concerned about burnout.
I am afraid that if we don't tend to our teachers well now, that we won't have them in 5 years, that they will exit the profession.
Now the hope is the survey will inspire programs to help them stay.
We really need to do better at listening to them and really listening, asking them, so, what are the things that would be most helpful for you?
To add to the personal resilience he says that has gotten him through this far. Meg Farris, Eyewitness News.